have chosen a great night to be here. If you haven't got the memo by now, we are going to the House of Torment. Raise your hand if you're a little bit scared. Yep, I'm going 2 hands up because it is terrifying. Welcome to Inside Out. My name is Easy, and I'm so glad you are here tonight. If this is your first time here at Inside Out, we're glad you're here. This is the best place to be on a Sunday evening, and we're glad that you're spending your Sunday here with us. Like I said, we've got an amazing night. Of course, here in a second, we're going to play a game with some prizes on the line, and then we are going to get the announcement of, I've heard, the century. There's going to be a big announcement we're going to talk about, and then the one and only Matt Keeney, Monster Keeney, is going to be up for our message today. But first, I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell them what you're most scared about for the House of Torment. Turn to your neighbor, tell them a little bit why you're so scared. You know, for me, it's the jump scares. You know, the monsters don't scare me because I know they're normal people, but it's the jump scares. All right. We're going to do one more thing to get into the House of Torment spirit. Next, turn to your neighbor, and you're going to give your best monster noise if you're in the House of Torment. 1, 2, 3, go! Yeah, we're a scary bunch here. Very scary. You got some future scares. Monsters Inc. edition. All right. That's where we're going tonight, but before we get there, we got to play a little game. So, you should have got a raffle ticket. Everyone hold up your raffle ticket. Raffle ticket. There we go. I'm going to come over here and grab the magical bucket. All right. So you're probably wondering to yourself, why do I have a raffle ticket? Well, let me tell you what. You're in for a treat. So get out the raffle ticket, and there's a winning ticket in here. Everyone say, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. All right, so how it's going to work, everyone go ahead and stand up. Stand up. And I want to draw one ticket, and I'm going to call it out. And if it's not your number, you're going to take a seat because, unfortunately, you're not the winner. All right, I'm going to shake them up. All right. One lucky winner is going home with a brand new car. Just kidding. Maybe next time. All right. I found the winning ticket. All right. Y'all ready? The first, so if it's not your number, you sit down. The first number is 8. I still can get y'all with that. Everyone stand up. That was a joke. Pranked. Y'all are too easy. All right, ready? 7. Nice. And if it's your number, I need you to make some noise. 7 is the first number. 6. 2. 3. 0. Uh-oh. It's getting dicey. 8. All right. You look nervous. Are you nervous or you feel confident? All right, her legs are shaking over there. All right, and the final winning number, drum roll, please. 5. Oh my gosh. Come on, the stairs. Come on. All right. Uh-oh. All right, come on over. Do you like being on stage? She said yes. All right, come on. I'm not going to scare you. All right, so you're the lucky winner because you're going to get to lead the game tonight. You are dictating who's going to win the next part of the game. But before we get into it, you'll find out what you got to do. We got to get to know you first, okay? What's your name? Jade. Y'all give it up for Jade. What's your school and grade?
Mr. Ridge,
10th? 10th grade?
I accidentally said 9th.
9th, you've been there, done that, you know what I'm saying? Vista Ridge Rangers! All right, what is your favorite part about the Halloween season?
I really like pumpkins, and I like Halloween music.
Halloween music, what's your go-to? Okay, yep, that was a great answer. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Whoppers.
Whoppers, underrated candy. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
All Hallows Eve.
Hallows Eve, what's that?
It's a movie about a girl and a family who they get like powers and it.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, and it's
Nice. Cool. All right, one final question. What's your go-to Halloween costume?
I'll say a frat boy because it's really easy and you can wear it to anything.
Yeah, frat sick. All right, cool. All right, so the game we're going to be playing, Jade, that you're going to get to lead is this game right here. Would you rather Halloween edition? All right, so how it's going to work, everyone's going to get to play. How it's going to work is Jade. Nope. You need a whiteboard. We got to do this first. Ooh, okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. You got a whiteboard, and how it's going to work is we have 10 would you rather questions that Jade is going to answer, and you as the audience are going to have to pick which answer you think she picked. So it could be like, what's your favorite Halloween movie? Halloween Town High or Halloween 1? And you're going to have to pick the side of the room that she picked. It's going to make sense, I promise. So everyone stand up, stand up. Stand up, and we're not playing just for nothing. We're playing for Crumble Cookie. Tell you what, don't look how many calories are in one of those cookies. It'll ruin your night, I'll tell you what. All right. So the first question that you're going to have to get into the mind of Jade is this question right here. Jade, would you rather go trick-or-treating with your best friend or go trick-or-treating with, wink, wink, your crush? All right, so if you think she would go with her best friend over here or go with her crush, you'd pick this side. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. What is it? No, you can't pick both. All right. Yep, there we go. Right down the middle. And if you don't get it, you're out. All right. So, over here, y'all think crush. Over here, your best friend. In 3, 2, 1, you're going to flip over. No, oh, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, no, the crush. Wow. All right, so this side, y'all would take a seat. Follow-up question. Is your crush in the room right now? No. Oh, okay, we're going for it. All right, next question right here. Would you rather, Jade, be bit by a spider or be bit by a clown? So we're talking Spider-Man Peter Parker or Clown Man, slightly scarier. Okay, all right, so if you think clown versus spider. All right, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clown it is! All right, if you chose spider, I'm sorry, you are out. Wow, clown, huh? That's kind of creepy. Next question right here. Jade, would you rather have the same costume as someone else at the party or have a costume that no one understands even when you explain it? Like dressing like a frat guy, because that's original. All right, oh, I didn't say it. A question.
It look good even though no one understands it?
Yes. All right, cool. All right, so she's writing it down. So over here, that no one understands versus, oh, hey, I like it. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. All right. 3, 2, 1. No one understands. All right, we're going to keep it going. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all did great. Next question right here. Would you rather egg someone's house or toilet paper someone's house? Go, 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 go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't show it yet. Let it hide. 1. Egg the house. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close. All right, next question right here. Jade, would you rather go trick-or-treating with your friends or get paid $30 to take a little kid trick-or-treating? You going after the candy or the money? I respect that. Don't show it yet. All right, money or friends? Money or friends? Wow, all right. All right, well, either y'all are going on or I'm getting the crumble cookies myself. 3, 2, 1, money. Nice. All right, next question. No, you're doing great. Spend the entire night alone in an abandoned house or spend the entire night alone in a grave? Haunted house or grave? Haunted house or abandoned house? Not necessarily haunted, but it probably is. Your handwriting's pretty good. No, don't show it, don't show it. All right. Okay. What are we, this is not a team game. There's only one winner. What are we doing over here? All right. 3, 2, 1. Abandoned house. Okay. All right. New rule. Someone has to pick the other side, okay? They say, no, we're all in this. No, we're not. We're not in it together, okay? There's one winner. All right, next question right here. Would you rather fart every time you got scared or pee every time you got scared? Or both, I don't know. All right, pick one. Pick one. All right. All I'm saying is just don't stand behind her at the House of Torment. That's all I'm going to say. All right, 3, 2, 1. Pee every time. All right, we're getting close. How many more? We got 3 more? 2 more? 3 more? 2 more, 2 more. All right. Ready? Jade, would you rather go to an awesome Halloween party where you knew no one or go to a lame Halloween party where you knew everyone? Your crush is not there. Neither of them. Is read this question. Staying home. All right. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Nah, that's good. That's good. All right. 3, 2, 1. Lame. All right. How many more we got? All right. Last question, and then we might have to do some tiebreakers. Jade, for your final question, would you rather have to sleep in a coffin, very comfortable one, or have to sleep with a pumpkin on your head? Pumpkin on the head or a coffin? All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. Sleep in a coffin. So we got, that was perfect. Nice. Sports. All right, so if you're still up, come on up. The 3 finalists. Nice. All right. Jade, these might be your new best friends because they apparently know you really well. All right, quickly. What's your name?
Wyatt Prowski.
Wyatt Prowski.
Abby Owens.
Abby Owens.
Lizzie Carey.
Lizzie Carey. All right. So how we're going to work, we're going to go over here. We're going to do rock, paper, scissors because there's going to be one winner for crumble cookies. So we're going to start over here. Best of one, rock, paper, scissors, shoot is going to move on. Okay? All right. Stand to the center. Come over here. Come on. We got places to go, people. No, come on. No, you two. No. You got to face each other. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Best of one. Okay? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock. Nope. Okay. Gather yourselves. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, okay. We're on to the championship round. Best of one. This is for crumble cookie. You work at crumble cookie? Nice. Yeah, all right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No! Congratulations, you are getting crumble cookie right there. Thank you. Jade, you're not going home empty-handed. Jade, come on over here. Y'all give a big hand for our fearless leader right here, Jade. You're going home with some Starbucks. Get that pumpkin spice latte right there. Great job, Jade. Great job. All right. Like I said, we've got the announcement of the century. So y'all go ahead and take a look at this video. That's right, people. Camp 75 not going anywhere. It's coming to a summer near you. 2023. Y'all make some noise for Camp 75. If you have no idea what Camp 75 is, all I'm going to say is you have to be there. You're not going to miss it. It's the best thing we do all year. Ask anyone who's been there. It's going to be the highlight of your... You see that move? I'm trying to take a picture. That's right. Get your phones out. Take a picture of these dates right here. You're not going to want to miss it. Take your phone out. Tweet it. Text your grandma. Say, I'm busy that week because I'm going to camp. Hey, take your phones out. Take your phones out. Take a picture, you know what I'm saying? Send it to your friends. Think about who you want there next summer because you're not going to miss Camp 75 2023. More info to come later, but y'all get ready for an amazing summer. That's all I've got for y'all tonight, but the fun's not over because we have, like I said, our friend Matt up here for our series called Scared to Death. So y'all go ahead and take a quick look at this video, and then Matt will be up after.
What's up, InsideOut? How y'all doing? Gosh, y'all look great. I'm so excited to be up here with y'all tonight. I'm so excited for all that we're going to experience here in just a couple of hours. How many of you guys, show of hands, are terrified about the House of Torment? Okay, I am also terrified. I'm excited. If you're concerned or worried or afraid, it's totally okay. How many of you guys feel like you're going to scream like a little child tonight? Yeah, all you guys. How many of you guys feel like you're gonna say a word that if you said it in front of me, you'd probably be uncomfortable? Yeah, that's fine. That's all good. That's why you guys aren't going in my group. Y'all, I'm excited for all the things that are happening tonight. House of Torment, honestly, is one of my favorite events that we do every year here at InsideOut. It's actually been a while. This is first time in about 4 years that we're doing this. So you guys are just a special group to do this with. And so I'm grateful for each and every single one of you guys. I want to say welcome if this is your first time to InsideOut. I couldn't be more grateful that you guys chose to be here tonight. I think InsideOut is one of the best places in the entire world. And I know I'm biased, but I think this is a place where you can really belong. You can be yourself. You can make lifelong friendships and memories just here every single Sunday afternoon. And so I'm so grateful that you guys chose to be here tonight. Tonight, it just felt right, since we're going to the House of Torment. We're about a week and a half away from Halloween. It just feels right that we talk about fear. It feels right that we talk about the things that we're afraid of. It feels right that we should talk about how we deal with fear. I know for a lot of us, we would just say, here's my ideal kind of thing when it comes to fear is I wish fear didn't exist. I wish I wasn't afraid of things. I wish I had more courage, whatever it may be. But fear is real, and we all have different fears. Now, I want to see how many of you guys have the same fears with each other, or how many of you guys have the same fears with me. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to take out your phones. Take out your phones. For some of you guys, it's in your pocket. For others, it's on your lap. That's fine. I want you to take out your phones. Turn on the flashlight. You don't need to shine it at anybody's face. You can actually put the flashlight down right now. Just put it down. Don't shine it at anybody's eyes. Literally, I just saw y'all do that. You don't shine it at anybody's eyes. All right, you guys can put it in your lap for now. I'm going to throw up a picture, and if you are scared of this thing I put up, just hold up your flashlight, okay? Does that make sense? We're going to do that little game. All right, so how many of you guys would say you're afraid of spiders? Okay. All right, you can put them down. You can put them down. Put them down. Put them down. How many of you guys are afraid of snakes? Okay. Those are freaky things, right? Okay, put them down. Put them down. Put them down. You're not going to need them. How many of you guys are afraid of seeing this for about 5-10 minutes? You're just seeing the dots. You have no idea what they're going to say. That's funny. Y'all can put it down? Y'all can put it down? Put them down, put them down. How many of you guys are afraid of heights? Okay, not that many. Does anybody want to go skydiving in their life or anything like that? Just me? Okay. Some of you guys who raised your flashlights that are scared of heights, y'all are like, I want to go skydiving though. That's great. How about seeing this little symbol on your phone? No Wi-Fi? Okay. Oh, that's encouraging. It's not everybody. That's awesome. That's awesome. You're going to see a lot of these tonight, but how many of you guys are afraid of clowns? Not that many. That's good. I think you guys got it. I think you'll be tough. Okay, put it down. This is the last one right here, but I want to see if you're like me because I'm terrified of these things. How many of you guys are afraid of ladybugs? Anybody else? Oh, are you serious? There's like a genuine fear. I honestly thought I'd be the only one. Yes, it crawls and flies. This is what I've been saying for years. Yes. Yes, anything that crawls and flies deserves to die, right? It's just the worst thing in the entire world. I'm not going to explain the whole story, but I was 4 years old. I didn't know that they could fly, flew straight into my face, scared me. So it's just one of those things where we're all afraid of something. Y'all could go ahead, put your phones away, turn your flashlights off. And again, don't shine in people's eyes. Okay, put your phone away. So the reason why I wanted to start that way is it's a little silly, it's a little superficial, but the truth of the matter is that we're all scared of something. We're all scared of different things in our life. They could be like silly things, or they can actually be real, genuine fears. Like a lot of us have real, genuine fears towards spiders and snakes and clowns and heights and all those different types of things. But the truth of the matter is, and what's actually really cool about a space like Inside Out, is we get to recognize and realize that we're all human. We all have different emotions that we have in life. And the truth of the matter is that all of us, we're all afraid of something. We all have this fear that builds up inside of us, whether it is with superficial things like spiders and snakes, and then there's some real, deep, genuine fears that every single one of us carry with ourselves every single day. See, what I've learned about fear as I get older and as I've started to realize some of the things that I'm actually genuinely, deeply insecure and afraid about is that fear is always connected to what could happen. Fear is always connected to what could happen. Here's what I mean by this. See, a lot of us, we really don't think about it like this from time to time, but a lot of us actually aren't that afraid of spiders. We're afraid of what the spider could do. A lot of us aren't actually afraid of snakes. We're just afraid of what the snake could do. Same with ladybugs. We're all different. We all have these things in our life where we're not actually just afraid of the thing, we're afraid of what the thing could do. Because here's the thing about the truth about fear, is fear always connects itself to the past, meaning you've gone through something in your life, and so you hope to God you never go through that thing again. You are scared to death because you've experienced it, you felt all the emotions with this thing that you've experienced in the past, and you hope to God and you pray, man, I hope I never experience this thing in the future. And you might not actually be afraid of the thing, you're more afraid of what the thing could do. Or you're more afraid of what the thing makes you feel like. You're afraid of what the thing, whatever that is for you, makes you feel like. Maybe it gives you a different view of who you are in the mirror. Maybe you're just struggling and wondering, what am I actually afraid of in life? And it feels like this fear that maybe you experience, whether that be through social situations, like, gosh, I hope they like me. Gosh, I really just want them desperately to notice me and to recognize me. And I would be scared to death if I walked through this entire life and nobody knew who I was. Whatever that fear is for you, maybe you're not afraid of the thing. Maybe you're afraid of what the thing makes you feel like, how it makes you see yourself, how it makes you relate to people, the emotions that you carry with that fear. Fear is something that we all have. And fear always connects itself to the future. We start asking ourselves the question, or start painting the scenarios in our head of what if, right? Well, what if I don't get this thing? What if I don't have what I need? What if this happens or that happens? And we start playing this scenario game. Nothing's actually happened. We just psych ourselves up a little bit when we're worried about what that thing might be able to do, the thing that we're really afraid of, what could happen. We say things like, man, what if I don't get it? What if I don't get accepted into that university? What is my life going to become? That's not happened yet. I'm just worried if it will happen. What happens if I don't play? Will people notice me? Will people see me? See, that might not even be the reality of your life right now. You're just pondering the what if. What if they say no? What if I just desperately want to hang out with this group of friends because I really want to keep these friends, and if I feel like if I don't go, they're going to look at me differently. They're going to disconnect themselves from me, right? What if my parents say no, though? See, they may have never said no, but you're worried they will because of what would happen as a result of that no. What happens if you build up all this courage and you're like, finally, I'm going to ask her out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. The only kind of blockage you may have is, what if she says no? The fear of rejection. The fear of like, man, I don't even want to put myself through that. She hasn't said no yet, but you're still like, man, I don't even want to go through that, so I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to stay stuck. What happens if I lose them? What happens if we do get into a relationship and then they break up with me? What happens if I start building some friendships and relationships and bonds with my parents and then they get divorced? What happens if I connect myself to my grandparents and then they die? What happens if I lose them? What happens if I fail? We don't approach anything in life with the mindset of failure, but what happens if you do? You haven't failed yet, but you might. It could happen. And this fear and this anxiety, the stress that you can feel from all the things that could happen could make you feel stuck. Can feel like, man, I'm wrestling with indecision. I'm wrestling because it feels like I want to progress in my life. I want to move forward. I don't want to be afraid of these things or afraid of the social situations. I just want to move forward. I heard someone say a great phrase one time, and I want to share it with y'all. It's almost like we get into this analysis paralysis, right? We overanalyze everything when our fear is incredibly loud. When it feels like we're afraid of so much, we're afraid of what could happen, we can analyze situations and just not make any progress. I struggle with indecision every single day. The people closest to me, they know that. It feels like I could go this way, but I don't know the end results of that decision. Or it feels like I could go this way, and I don't know the end results of that decision. And so now I'm just stuck. I don't know which way to go, and I start playing the what if game. Well, what if I go this way and this happens? Or what if I go this way and this happens? And this fear that I feel day after day, it just causes me to feel stuck, causes me to feel stuck in my emotions, stuck in my friendships. It feels like nothing's progressing. And my bet is that you feel the same way too. Fear can have a stronghold over our entire life. It can have a grip on your emotions. It can have a grip on your friendships. It can have a grip on your relationships, and it can feel like nothing is progressing in your life because deep down, maybe we wouldn't call it fear, but maybe deep down you're afraid. You're afraid of what could happen. Maybe you're wishing, man, if I just had more courage, if I just had more boldness, if I just felt like I could take a step in one direction, everything will be fine. But the reality is that fear has a stronghold, has a grip on our entire life. And as much as the time as I wish I could just say, man, I wasn't afraid of anything anymore, I'm still deeply afraid of so many things. We would be here for hours if I listed off all the things I was afraid of. But fear makes us feel stuck. And we kind of have this wish and hope, man, I wish I just wasn't afraid anymore. I wish I had more courage. The truth of the matter is that we can't get rid of fear. That's the truth. We cannot get rid of the things that we're afraid of. But there is hope. There's something that we can do to not maybe get rid of our fear, because fear will always be a part of our life. We're always going to be afraid of something, of what could happen. But there's a way that our fear can take a few levels down. Maybe everything's not a level 10. Maybe everything's a level 1, 2, 3, 4. But maybe not everything is that intense. See, the longer I've grown up and the more times I hear about fear and what I should do with my fear, sometimes I look at Jesus, and on the surface, if I take it out of context and what he said about fear, I'm like, this isn't helpful whatsoever if I take it out of context, right? Because if you were to take what Jesus says about fear out of context, these are the two things he says about fear. The first one is he says, fear not, which is not helpful. The second thing is don't be afraid. What if I just ended my message like that? If I just said, hey guys, big thing about fear, just don't fear. You guys would all be like, that was a waste of my time. And sometimes, a lot of times, Christians, they can look at Jesus and take this out of context, and they could just say, well, if you just had more faith, like if you just trusted God more, you wouldn't fear anything. That may be true, but that's not necessarily helpful. So tonight what I want to do is I want to get into context. I don't want to just say, hey, don't fear. I want to talk about why we don't fear, or how we can say, you know what, I might be afraid of these things that could happen, but I know God is with me through it all. That's what I want to talk about tonight. And there's this moment, there's this situation where Jesus and his disciples, they were together, and they were about to go take a boat ride. And this is where the story picks up. His disciples were his followers, the people that followed him throughout his entire ministry. Here's where the story picks up in Matthew 8. Then he, Jesus, got into the boat, and his disciples followed him. Suddenly, a furious storm came up on the lake, so that the waves swept over the boat. I want you guys just to picture this moment for a second. You're in the boat. There are waves crashing, and there's water coming in to the boat. You would be terrified. You would be asking the questions of like, hey, I haven't drowned yet, but it's getting to that point. I'm freaking out. My anxiety's high. My stress is high. What am I supposed to be doing right now? So naturally, the disciples are human beings, and they're freaking out. They're like, what are we supposed to be doing, right? And this is all happening, and the waves are coming over the boat, and it feels like, man, this is just a rocky storm. And here's what Jesus was doing. Jesus was sleeping. A lot of times when it comes to our fear, this might be your feeling towards Jesus. It might be like, man, I am so afraid right now. God, where are you? God, wake up. Do something in my life. Make me not feel this fear anymore. It actually might be the feeling that we feel when it comes to fear and our relationship with God and how we view God in the midst of our fear. It might actually feel like God is sleeping. God is out there distant, not caring about what you're going through. It could feel like God is like, I got my back turned. I'm sleeping right now, right? It could feel like those things. But Jesus was sleeping in this moment when this intense storm was happening, and the disciples were afraid. So naturally what they did is this. They said, Lord, save us. We're going to drown. We see the reality. Our fears are coming true. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this before. Your fears, the fear of what could happen, it actually starts to happen. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before, but I have. Where they're like, I need to do something now because all my fears of what I thought could happen, they're starting to happen right now. We are going to drown Jesus. Here's what Jesus' response is. He replies, you have little faith. Why are you so afraid? Why are you so afraid? Why are you so afraid? Now, in my personal opinion, I don't think Jesus is saying that as like a, hey, don't be afraid. I think he really wants to get to the heart of the people he's talking to. Hey, what's really going on? Why are you really afraid? Yes, there's realities. There's the actual fear of what's happening. But talk to me. Why are you afraid? That's what I love about God. He always invites us to talk to him. He doesn't just say, go do this. He says, come have a relationship with me. That's what we can learn from this interaction. So Jesus, after he says, you have little faith, why are you so afraid? He says this. He says he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. It was completely calm. So all those fears, he alleviated those fears. And the disciples in this moment, of course, they've seen miracle after miracle at this point. And the men in the boat, the disciples, they said this. The men were amazed and asked, what kind of man is this? What kind of man is this? Even the winds and waves obey him. Now, here's what we can learn from the story. If you're not a Christian in the room, if you're like, man, I don't really know what to believe about God, or you're in here tonight and you're like, hey, that story is hard for me to believe that's true, that Jesus just got up and rebuked the winds and the waves and now there was no longer a storm. I totally understand. I get that that's hard to believe sometimes. The truth of the matter is I want you guys to take away the principle from the story. Even if you don't believe that this story actually happened, I want you to take away the principle of the story. Because the disciples, their response, the disciples turned the conversation from what was going to happen to who Jesus was. They saw their fears come to life. They said, this is going to happen. And when God came through, like he always does, they changed the conversation from what was going to happen to who Jesus was. And Jesus, we see from his life, his death, and his resurrection that he is who he claimed to be. He is God in human form. He is Emmanuel. He is God here with us every single day. Not out there distant, not caring about what you're going through, not saying, you know what, you shouldn't even fear all those things. He says, hey, the fear is real. I get that. I've experienced that. But I'm with you every single step of the way. There's never a moment, there's never a breath, there's never a second that you are separated from the love of your heavenly Father when you place your faith in Jesus. The whole point of this story, the whole thing I want you guys to know when it comes to fear is that a someone replaces something. It didn't mean that that something automatically goes away in your life, but a someone, in the eyes of the disciples, replaced a something. What if this was your mindset when it came to fear? When you were like, hey, I know I'm afraid. And anytime I get afraid in this situation, my anxiety builds up. My stress builds up. I start to play this what if game, this analysis paralysis where I feel like, man, I can't move forward. I can't progress. What if in that moment you were like, you know what? Jesus, I'm going to put you first. Doesn't mean that fear is going to go away. Doesn't mean I won't feel this anymore. But when I put him first, I start to understand that his presence means everything. That he is the God of comfort. Not saying he's the God that's going to eliminate your fear. He's the God that says, you know what, I love you so much that in the meantime, just be with me. I know you're afraid. Just be with me and trust me. I've got you, kiddo. There's not a second in this entire life where I am separated from you. I love you. Be with me. That's what he's saying. And when your someone replaces a something, you'll start to realize that fear alleviates. When your faith in someone exceeds your fear in something, fear loses its grip. Fear can have a grip on your emotions. It can have a grip on your friendships. And when your faith in Jesus exceeds your fear in something, fear starts to lose its grip. And you'll start to understand the promise that Jesus promises all of his followers. That I have come so that they may have life and life to the full. Do you want to experience life to the full? Follow Jesus. If you want to experience what life could really be like, follow Jesus. And when you do, you'll start to know, man, I might still have anxiety. I might still have stress. There might be situations where I'm not sure what the outcome is going to be like, but I'm going to put my faith and trust in you, Jesus. And fear will start to lose its grip. You'll start to approach life with a new viewpoint. You'll start to see life from a different perspective. And you'll start to see that God has your best interest in mind. The Apostle Paul, there was this one moment where he had an interaction with Jesus and then became a Jesus follower, which I think is the truth for all of us. At one point or another, we can have an interaction with Jesus and immediately start following Jesus. Paul is writing a letter to the church of Philippi, and he is chained in prison. Like, imagine all those fears. What his life is going to look like after prison. Is he going to die? Is he going to be stoned to death? Whatever it may be. He is shackled in prison and writing this letter to the church of Philippi, and here's what he says. He says, do not be anxious about anything, which, out of context, we would be like, that isn't helpful. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Saying, God, I don't know the outcome. I don't know what's on the other side of this fear. But God, you're with me. And I'm going to take a deep breath. Because every single step of the way, I know you are close. I know you are near. And when you say that, when you go to God first, when a someone replaces that something and you go to God, here's what happens. The peace of God which transcends all understanding, what this means is it quite literally doesn't make sense how you're peaceful right now. You ever have those moments where you're like, I should be freaking out right now. My heart rate should be up. I should be stressed out right now. The peace of God that transcends all understanding. It doesn't make sense why you're calm. It doesn't make sense why you feel peace. It transcends all understanding. Will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Think about that. Think about that. Imagine with me for a second. What if you could live your life going through unspeakable circumstances? Like the hardest things that you've ever gone through in your entire life. And you're afraid, the one thing you're afraid of is that thing happening, whatever that thing is. Parents getting divorced, losing a loved one, whatever it may be. What if you actually could go through those things and in that moment feel the pain, feel the fear, and still understand and still have peace? That's so countercultural to the way that we're living in the world right now. What if you could go through some hard circumstances, no matter what your circumstances was, you put a someone first, and you put the something second, third, fourth, whatever. You put a someone first. You will start to notice how your relationships get better. Your friendships get better. Your relationship with God gets better. It doesn't eliminate the fear, but what it does is say, you know what? I'm not feeling as anxious as I was. I'm actually starting to feel peace. What if you lived your life like that? Because here's the truth. The fear of what if can cause us to miss out on the person of Jesus. You can be here and play this game all day long. Well, what if she says no? What if I don't get into that school? What if? And you can keep going down that rabbit trail and miss the person of Jesus who just wants to be connected with you, who just wants to say, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest for your soul. Not only re-energize your life, but your soul feels peace. What if that was your life? And say, you know what? It might not eliminate all the things I'm afraid of, but what's going to happen is I'm going to walk through this with the confidence and strength knowing that my Father is with me. Because when your when your faith in someone exceeds your fear in something, fear begins to lose its grip. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. And walking away, going into this week, I want you guys to think about the things that cause you fear, the things that make you feel stuck, that make you feel like indecision, and you're playing the what-if game. What if, in the midst of you feeling those things, you felt peace? And how can you draw on the strength of your Heavenly Father this week to say, you know what, He loves me, I'm going to approach Him. He loved me too much to be separated from me, I'm going to approach Him. What would it look like for you this week to do that? I'm going to pray for us, but after I pray, I want you guys to stay here because I'm going to give you guys details for the rest of the night. Let me pray. God, you are good. Father, we're just so grateful that we can come to you in the moments when we feel like our life is rocky, when we feel like we're thrown around by the winds and waves of life. But God, we know you're in the boat with us. We know you care about all the things that we're afraid of. Father, and you prove that you want a relationship with us through your Son, Jesus. And so, Father, I'm just so grateful that you've extended that grace first. You've extended that love first. You've extended that compassion first. And tonight, God, and this week, I just pray that for all of our students, all of our leaders, everything in our life, we could just say, you know what? You're with us, and I'm going to approach you. Because, God, you're going to give us peace that transcends all understanding. Father, we love you, and we need you more than ever. It's in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, y'all. Here is the move for tonight. Here we go. You guys ready for this? It's funny. I finished talking. Everybody's going crazy. Here's the move. I don't know where you guys are going. Here's what's going to happen, okay? We have 6 buses out front, okay? Here's what's going to happen, all right? I'm going to release you guys by bus, okay? So if I don't say your grade, you're not going anywhere for right now, okay? So here's what's going to happen. And if you need to use the restroom before we leave, make sure to do that, okay? Here's what's going to happen. Freshman girls, make some noise. Freshman girls, you guys are going to be on bus 1, okay? Don't leave just yet. You're going to distract everybody. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Bye, guys. Hold on. 1 second. Hey, freshman girls, here's what's actually going to happen. You guys ready? Freshman girls, you guys are going to be on bus 323. Ready, set, break. Okay, there you go. Freshman guys. Freshman guys, you guys are going to be on bus 118. Go. All right, sophomore girls, make some noise. Sophomore girls, you guys are going to be on bus 103. Go. Sophomore guys, woo! You guys are going to be on bus 216. All right, all juniors, make some noise. Juniors. Sweet, all juniors, you guys are going to be on bus 338. All juniors, you guys are good to go. And then all seniors, make some noise. You guys are going to be on bus 226.